Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Wednesday, August 26th. Last time on Persona A Day, the film festival continued at Screenshot, and this time I was able to attend with Akihiko. We both had a lot of fun there, and I managed to gain some progress with my courage as well. In the evening, we finally made it back to Tartarus after a bit of a break. I managed to rescue a lost cat and find the missing person we were looking for, and by the end of the dark hour, we made it up to floor 112 and defeated the guardian shadow that was there. We finally made progress in Tartarus again. Will we see more today? Can I get our levels in line with the average? Can I do all this and still find time to enjoy what's left of summer vacation? Find out on today's episode of Persona A Day. Okay, so this is where we left off at the end of yesterday, the end of the dark hour. I spent the entirety of the dark hour and maybe a few minutes longer last night, but it was a really productive night. Like I said in the overview, we rescued a lost cat, we found the missing person, and we got to floor 112. So we're still not quite to that next barrier floor, but Fuka said we're about 6 or so floors away, so we're really close now. As yesterday was ending, we had 11 days till the full moon, so as of today we'll have 10 days, which isn't a lot of time, but it's not too critical yet. We'll still definitely need to make it back here before then to finish getting ready, but we are very close now. And it was nice to finally just get back here and make that progress last night, in spite of wanting to do some other things potentially. It felt really good to get back here and do this. I remember also not checking where our levels ended up last night before wrapping things up, so let's take a look at that. Okay, yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're still a tad below the average level, but this really helped last night. Seeing some 40s, 41, a couple 42s. So our average is probably, with these few others, around that 39 range. So it was still about 2 levels shy of average, but not too far off pace. But yeah, that was how yesterday came to a close, so let's head back to the dorm and catch up with the calendar.
Oh, hello.
So yes, that was the end of Tuesday, and here we are on the proper day. We're on a Wednesday. Summer vacation will be over soon. The film festival's almost over too. This film festival has just been amazing. It keeps going, almost to the point of, I wonder when it will end. Not that I'm wishing for it to be done, but it's just been almost 2 weeks now. I think it was actually last Monday that I started attending. There were a few breaks in the middle there, but all things considered, most of my days have been spent enjoying time with a variety of different people at the theater. And I have no problem with that. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to consider it again today if there's another option, and I'm assuming since it says it's almost over, that means it isn't over. And that might be fun to go back again today and see who wants to go with me. Maybe I should invite someone from the dorm to go with me. Let's also get a call while we're waiting. Or a text message. Much better than a call. Kenji, hey, you free? Since we've got the day off, hit me up if you want to go somewhere. I'll be free till the afternoon. Okay, a good opportunity. One I will consider. Between that and a movie, it's hard to say. I might still lean a bit more towards the movie, but we shall see. We'll see what other messages I have. A good variety here. Mamoru Hayase, how about food? Let's grab a bite somewhere. I'll be waiting at the strip mall. Bunkichi, dear Tom-chan, how have you been? Come swing by the shop to say hello, will you? And it wouldn't be a full day without an ad from somebody. This was Wakatsu. Healthy brain food. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes your brain, which in turn can improve your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. Okay. Let's come up with a game plan. Having seen all those texts, I like the social opportunities that presented themselves. Of that grouping, spending time with the elderly couple would be nice because it's been quite a while. Making some progress with Hayase and the Star social link, since that's a newer one, that would be nice. But that movie option, that's been so good so far. It's, I don't want to keep saying it over and over again, but that same logic still holds true, that this is something we can only do on these summer days. The festival has a limited amount of time. Our chance to be out during the day to attend something like that is coming to an end next Tuesday when school's back in session. So it really feels kind of extra important to try to take advantage of these limited things while I have them. There's also been a few times I've seen Koromaru out in front of the building, and I do want to catch up and see what his storyline is like out there. I don't want to let that go too long and potentially miss out on anything. But right now, thinking about a movie still sounds good. Last night during the dark hour in Tartarus, I also was able to find the Temperance, I think it was, the major arcana that gives me a social stat bonus for the next day, that being today. So anything I can gain social stats with is going to gain that little bit of extra progress today. And as it's been at the theater so far, I've gained some stat progress every time. So it would just be even more beneficial on that side of things, in addition to the fun of it. But let's head downstairs and see who's around first off. Actually, by talking to them, it might kind of narrow down who I can and can't invite. Or for all I know, maybe the only person I can talk to is the one I could invite. Kind of like yesterday. Okay. Well, Junpei has some... Okay, there's a few people then. Koromaru and I guess. I'm betting I can't take the both of them to the theater. It'd be kind of fun to go with the two of them, but something tells me that's not likely to be able to happen. I went with Akihiko yesterday, so that doesn't mean we can't go again today, but I would be surprised if we went 2 days in a row. Shima, do you have any ideas for my new workout plan? I need to figure out a way to dish out punches like the ones in the movie. Sonata is thinking hard. I should leave him alone. I'm going to come back and talk to the other two groups here because I don't want to look like I'm going to invite somebody and then have to say no to want to talk to the other person. I'm not sure if Junpei would be available to go to a movie. I would think, between the two groups here, it would seem more likely to be able to go with Junpei since he's by himself because, like I said, Koromaru and Aigis in the theater would be fun, but seems somewhat unlikely. I guess... No, let's take a couple steps around somewhere else first and make our way back here. Start off with the TV, though, while we're here. There's nothing interesting on the news, and that's enough of that. Don't want to get bogged down on the TV today anyway. We've got other things to do. Nowhere especially pressing to end up today. Let's start at the Polonia Mall. How about that? I've managed to do some shopping with Officer Kurosawa recently, so I'm feeling good there. Suimitsu, good to see you here. He's another social link I would like to spend time with. I mean, I want to spend time with all of them, but again, it's been a while, so I kind of always feel a little bad letting them lapse for too long. I do have some things I can sell Officer Kurosawa from Tartarus last night, though.
Now you're here.
And we did rescue that person, that's right. Like, what envelope? I remember now. Here, take this envelope. It's a token of gratitude the missing housewife left with us a short while ago.
I owe you one.
You rescued her, right? I won't ask questions. Just take it. Okay, that's a skill card. I don't exactly remember what Divine Grace does, but I think I remember thinking it was a good ability. I have to think about that one. I managed to upgrade or update everybody's weapons and armor and footwear last time we were here on Monday for the sale. So everything he sells, I've got the best version of for what my team needs. That doesn't mean we won't still find some things in Tartarus or from the antique store, but from what I can buy here, I am all caught up. So that felt so good and still feels good.
What do you got? Wanna sell in bulk?
Selling 34,000 yen worth of stuff, that also feels good.
All right.
218,000. I'm thinking that's probably the high point we've seen so far this series.
You finished?
I am, but thank you, Officer Kurosawa, for the support. I continue to appreciate it.
Come back soon.
Okay. Everybody's rescued. Nobody's missing anymore. Feels good to have that behind me as well. I took a little bit of time to get over and rescue that missing housewife. And every night, that was another thing that kind of bugged me. It's like, I really should do that. It's that knowing you've got a responsibility, but having that fun in your face as well. And it's like, oh, I should do this, but I want to do that. This can wait because that sounds more fun. Let's do that tonight and tomorrow night and the next night. So it was good to get back on track last night and feel caught up. And it is nice to walk away from that and say, yeah, that is done. I don't need to worry anymore. It wouldn't have been that bad to do it in the first place, but it's done now however I look at it. I don't think I found that topaz I was looking for, of all the things I did find.
Oh, yes.
But I will still kind of take a look here and just see, because I did find some materials.
Useful.
Yep, still one topaz short on this trade item, which this is going to continue a trade quest for one of Elizabeth's requests.
I'm sure this will.
Whatever I spend, well, I guess I have enough turquoise to probably trade off a few of those, but I don't want to trade off my one topaz.
Which one? We have some new items prepared.
Okay,
Come
some new
take a
items.
look.
Maybe I should look back through everything else. Then I was kind of giving it a hard time for some of the ores I was finding yesterday, but maybe there were some new things that were found that make those a bit more valuable. Although, looking at some of these numbers, none of these really jump out to me that much
So much
as
I don't know. But don't
as
you
better
worry.
than what I've already
I'll make
got.
sure your equipment is done right.
Yeah, to add a quick scroll through here, most of the crafting things from this seem to be a bit of a downgrade.
What would you like?
I think I looked through these yesterday. Or maybe not yesterday, but recently.
So, what would you like? What would you like?
Okay.
So, what will it be?
All right, it was good to look through those and see. Nothing jumped out at me as anything I really feel like the team needs. I'm pretty content with the equipment and accessories we have right now. But it's nice to have that knowledge. So the big thing I'm going to keep looking for is that topaz.
I'm sure this will.
The other thing I guess I could look for
I'm sure this
is,
will.
well, these are going to take topaz as well. But these incenses, I actually do have a few on hand as well that I'm kind of shouldn't be holding off on using. So there's probably a lot of you that are like, why hasn't he used those yet? I am aware they're there, and I don't want to let them go too long. But these incenses can be used, like it says, on an ally's persona as well. So I wouldn't have to contribute them to my own, which kind of just helps either strengthen another character's abilities or offset some of their their weaknesses.
Stuff.
Growth 2. That's another ability it would be nice to see more of. And if I can ever find Growth 3, that's going to be huge. But again, that doesn't really change much of what I can do here today, so
Is that all you need?
that is all I need. It was nice to browse. I'm excited for what I can trade off in the future, and I'll keep an eye out for those gems.
Hope to see you soon.
Well, we can double back to the Velvet Room. I've already kind of come this far, so let's stop in the pharmacy. Didn't end up using any medicine yesterday, so I should still be okay with the balances I have. But just here to say hi to the pharmacist. Hope you're having a good day. Looks like a good crowd in here. And I just, thank you for supporting me. I will continue to count on you.
Done already?
I am.
Come again, yeah?
Just a quick visit. And I have to stop by Game Parade to see what's available here. Haven't been in there in a while. I like the fact that the game reminds me about that Temperance Arcana, though, so any social stat I work on today is going to get a little bit extra bonus. I think it would be You're the Answer and Edgar's House of Fortunes. Both fun options. Not how I probably plan to spend my day, but nice to know they're there.
Good day. Are you accepting a request?
Still no new requests. Didn't expect to see any, but it's always nice to confirm that.
Very well then.
I picked up a good variety of Persona yesterday. I didn't end up fusing any away. You can see I've got a full set here. There are some that are kind of ready to be fused, I guess, like Oni here, for instance. It's learned all the abilities it's going to learn. It'll still keep leveling up and getting stronger, but as far as abilities go, it's as high as it's going to get. So it would be a good fusion ingredient. Yeah, we're pretty close here. Eligor's been great. He's so fast, a good balance of abilities, growth 2. But, saying that, growth 2, if I could fuse that off to somebody else, that's a free 50% experience on every battle. So that's free experience. But yeah, anything that's maxed out their abilities, it kind of feels like to me that's more or less the game's way of suggesting, hey, maybe you should upgrade that to a newer persona. And then I've got a couple I found here, like Queen Meb. I say a couple. Oh yeah, okay, and Kushimitama here. But I don't really feel like I especially need to change anything out at the moment. I will before the full moon next Friday. Saturday. Next Saturday. I've been saying Friday for a while. I guess I gained a day there. There's that 10-day limit up in the corner there too, so if I'd done a little bit more accurate mental math, that would have worked. But 10 days from now. Either way, before then, I will want to go through my Persona inventory and just really take a good look. Little things, like I remember yesterday looking for the ability to cancel out debuffs to allies. And I didn't see any of that on any of my Persona. I saw quite a few to cancel out an enemy's buffs, which is good, but yeah, just kind of trying to find that balance in some things as well. As my level grows, too, I can fuse higher leveled persona. I came all the way back there. I should still say hi to Igor while I'm here. I don't know what tonight's going to bring. We might make it to Tartarus, we might not. The fact that I've got that Temperance Arcana boosting social stat gain is kind of a good influence on how I might consider my night.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
And I believe I updated the compendium yesterday in kind of a whirlwind fashion.
Registering,
I did.
see.
Yep. So, Igor, Elizabeth, I hope you're doing well. It was a good night last night. Your support really helped, and I'm going to count on it, especially as we get closer to this next full moon.
We look forward to your next visit.
And that was something else as I was thinking about the persona I've got on hand. I've got a couple duplicates. I think Temperance and Fortune maybe I've got a couple different iterations of. So those would be easy enough to fuse off and not lose access, I suppose, to the social links that they give bonuses to. A lot of things to consider in balance. Not all critical right now, but all just kind of worth keeping in mind. Oh, where to from here? Oh, how about down to Port Island Station? See who's around, who wants to talk. Maybe the couple here. Let's hear from them. The shy man and the calm woman. We couldn't go to the beach, but how about the mountains? It'll be autumn pretty soon, so the leaves will turn red. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, that sounds fun. And it's awesome to think that autumn is right around the corner. You're getting to see the colors, the temperature's cooling down that little bit. I don't speak for everybody. I'm sure there's a lot of you that are going to disagree with me, but I really love autumn. There's so much good in my eyes in that season. Let me know, what's your favorite season? No wrong answers. Some are just maybe more right than others. Nah, it's all good. There's a screenshot. I will probably be ending up there again today. I'm excited. And having that chance to see so many different movies, it's just been so cool. Again, to be able to just look back on the summer, and maybe it's going to sound repetitive to say, yeah, I went and saw a dozen movies or whatever, but this is that I had the chance to see all these movies this summer with all sorts of different friends. It kind of feels like I'm making up for all those times I stopped in screenshot over the last few months leading up to this month as well, and just, I wonder what's showing today. Thy Name is now playing, or Unsolved Mysteries. But always walking out. It's like, I don't have time for that today. I'll get there one of these days. And so in kind of massive fashion, I've been making up for that with all the movies I've seen since last Monday. And it's been a lot of fun. So I could see that continuing today. That's the current game plan anyway. Wouldn't be bad to do some social things, but again, limited time, limited choices. Trying to make the best of them. Cat's looking good. Mew to the energetic cat. Looking good back here. I've got enough gardening supplies. I ordered some from Tanaka's Amazing Commodities on Sunday, so I'm well stocked for everything up there. I could probably buy nothing for the rest of the series and have enough to cover things, but it'd be close, I suppose. But not that close. Let's take the train up this way. And we'll stop by the shrine and make our way back to the dorm. Just kind of enjoy that walk around and see. Nice to stretch my legs, even though it is hot out. Ooh. And we are seeing more victims of apathy syndrome, more of those lost around. Not what you want to see, but at this point it's kind of what we've come to expect to see with 10 days till the next full moon. Another social link I would love to continue. It's a good problem to have a lot of good choices available, but like I've been saying, it is always kind of tough when I've got all these things I want to do and only one slot to fill. We'll stop up here and just continue our shopping spree around town. It's not so much a shopping spree here as a browsing spree. Actually, I didn't buy anything today. I sold a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I browsed and actually came away with more money than I started the day with. Wouldn't that be nice? Go to the mall and come home richer. Can't say I've done that yet. Can't forget the shrine here. Ah, and there is Maiko. There's another social link. I'm glad for the progress that we've seen with that one. That one especially was kind of a touch and go one. I'm still not to the end of the line yet. We've still got, I think we were rank 8. But I feel like, fingers crossed, we've moved over the most concerning parts of it. She and her parents properly talked things out about the impending divorce. And she's already run away. We've rescued her from that. So hopefully there's just more understanding between the family now, and they can move forward in a more productive way altogether. That probably won't be today either, as much as I would like it, because I've got a movie to go to with a friend. But while we're here, let's take a moment, take some deep breaths, get some water, and just a bit of a break from our walk before we continue on with the day. Okay, how's everybody feeling? Was that a good break? I think so too. Let's continue on with the day then. We've been everywhere, so let's head back to that dorm. As much as it was a tough call yesterday about having Koromaru out here wanting to do something and wanting to go to the movies, I'm almost kind of glad that he and Igus are doing something today, just so that I don't feel like I'm ignoring him. You know, that he's got something fun to do, hopefully. Well, let's start here. I mean, I still want to go to a movie, and I still haven't checked what everybody else's choices were, but that does kind of spoil potentially who we get to go to that movie with. My money's on Junpei, but we shall see. So let's hear what Koromaru and Igus are up to first.
I have a suggestion.
Koromaru-san has an intense desire to go somewhere. Furthermore, it appears that if he does not go today, he will not be able to go at all. Please listen to Koromaru-san's request, Tom-san. Arf. Okay. Oh, interesting. This is tough now. I didn't actually expect this to be a choice here. I kind of want to take a look and see what everybody else did with their day, and I want to save my game, but I'm going to kind of feel like a jerk by saying no to Koromaru here. That doesn't mean I can't double back and say yes after the fact, but... well, let's pretend no is just a minute. You know, there's one more thing I want to check before I make a decision. Is that okay, boy? Oh, okay. There wasn't a sad whimper or anything like that. I'm really glad about that. Wow. Okay, I was way off on my guess here. I'm still in the minority there since I'm siding with the daily life side of things. 69% went social links. I don't think that's the wrong choice either, but just like Koromaru's logic, I mean, it was the same for me. He wants to go somewhere, and today's the only chance to do that. 100%, that's what I was thinking too. I didn't expect to be going to a movie with Koromaru, but I'm very much not opposed to that. And I do want to talk to Junpei and just kind of see what his plans are, since he faked me out here, expecting that I was going to go with him instead.
By the way,
Amada looks pretty down. Is it the heat or something? Kids are supposed to be in the yard, playing with their dog. There's no backyard here, though.
nice.
Oh, but we do have a dog. We could be playing with him right now. Junpei seems busy. I doubt he's in the mood to go to the movies. All right. And that point about Amada, there was a scene between Akihiko and Aragaki at the Iwatodai strip mall the other day. Something apparently happened in October 2 years ago that Akihiko and Aragaki were talking about. It sounded like something deep and dramatic. There weren't a lot of details for us yet, but Ken overheard what they were talking about, and he also seemed to recognize something from 2 years ago. There's a lot of holes that we don't have access to knowledge for yet. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I do have some knowledge on that I'm not going to share now because we're not supposed to know anything further than that yet. But that's kind of what Junpei was talking about with Amada seeming a little bit out of sorts. He's got some stuff on his mind right now. So now let's save the game. And sorry for the wait, Koromaru, but let's go to a movie.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah, if he doesn't go today, he won't be able to go. That's the perfect epitome for why I want to do this. It feels a little bad not doing the social links and making that progress with some friends that way, but this event, this time with Koromaru, can only happen today. So, for the both of us, I want to take advantage of it. And I like how people, like Akihiko talking about that training that he wants to do for his new routine. That relates to the movie we saw yesterday. So, it stuck with him as a fun experience. So hopefully the same can happen with Koromaru today. Be interesting to see too, once we get to the theater, how that's going to work. I mean, are they just going to be fine with me bringing Koromaru in? He's a good boy. I mean, nobody should have anything negative to say about him, but still feels a little different. I'm excited to see how they treat the scene. And I do have that Temperance Arcana, which will be nice as an added bonus there. But yeah, I haven't been spending enough time with Koromaru as it is, other than briefly seeing him most mornings. But, I didn't get to spend time with him out in front of the dorm yesterday. So yeah, let's do this today. The only day we can do it. Yeah, he looks happy. Koromaru-san is very happy. I, in turn, am happy for Koromaru-san. Quite the busy scene. Yeah, how are we going to do this? Ah, is that how? Okay. Koromaru can't wait any longer. I tried to enter the movie theater with Koromaru. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. That is Specialist, maxed out as social stat. Courage up to rank 6, up to badass. That, wow. I'm as courageous as I can get. I was hoping to see some progress, but I didn't expect it to be this soon. Wow. That has been the social stat that I've been prioritizing over the others, though. So it's really cool to attain this rank. This unlocks the ability to spend time with Fuka once we get back to school as well. So that's going to be huge. What should I prioritize next? I mean, I think once I take my charm up, I can spend time with Yukari the same way. But seeing my academics at rank 4, when, we're up to 5 and 6 in the other two now, I kind of want to get my academics a little bit more in line. So, tentatively, I guess I'm going to say academics might be my next focus, just for a bit of balance. But this is so cool. I mean, this is another one of those, like this series goes, of checking things off that list of, okay, I've worked on my courage, and my courage is as high as it goes now. It is rank 6. So I don't need to focus as much on courage going forward. I mean, technically, focusing on courage might be a bit of a loss at this point because it's not going to go any higher. And that just opens things up for other options now. It's like, okay, you've got the choice between courage and charm. Well, that's a lot easier of a choice now because charm needs work and courage doesn't. Very nice. And from a story standpoint, having this courage is just going to make it that much easier to address the shadow situation and not give in to the fear and things. And hopefully there's that balance of courage with the academics and the understanding so that it's not just, recklessness. Undirected courage can be, a problem, but I guess that's why it's that balance here, that triangle shape. These stats all work together to make a complete whole. And one of them is now a rank 6. Very cool. Makes me feel good about this choice as well. I mean, I was already happy to do it, but this was just one bonus. Unfortunately, it looks like this might not have been the movie experience we were both looking for. I insisted Koromaru was just a stuffed doll, but management kicked me out. Is it the fact that we walked in together that they figured it might not be a stuffed doll? Well, I feel bad for Koromaru. He really wanted to do this. I've seen a lot of movies, so it's still kind of a shame not to get to see one today, but Koromaru-san was so excited for that. And I keep calling him Koromaru-san as well, I've noticed. I guess I know my place. Aw. Koromaru seems disappointed. Maybe we can take a nice long walk around town on the way back. See whatever other sights we can see. It's not a movie, but maybe we can still have some fun together. We have to do something now. Koromaru seems sad. And now I feel bad. Alice, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. It's okay, boy. We'll get through this. What else do you want to do? What was your second choice today? Oh, okay. Well, this is negotiating. It's a bit of a compromise. I promised Koromaru I would buy the DVD for him when it's released. Not quite the same as seeing it in the theater, but it's something. It's better than missing out entirely. Okay, that seems to have changed his tune a little bit. All right. Koromaru seems very happy. After walking Koromaru, I decided to go back to the dorm. All right, well, that was all kinds of things all over the place today. Maxing out my courage stat, trying to pretend Koromaru was a stuffed animal and go see a movie, and get expectedly, kicked out of the theater for the attempt. But I was able to turn that sadness into a promise of something fun in the future. So hopefully Koromaru can walk away with that and be as happy as he can be. And at least we did get to do a walk afterwards, so it wasn't just a total trip back to the dorm with our with our tails between our legs. But that was how I spent my daytime.
Welcome back.
Hi, how was your day? It was a day. It was a good day, I mean, all things considered, but it had all sorts of moments that were kind of hard to see coming. It really does get very hot in the dorm. We've been hearing about that recently, yeah. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if we think about it like a sauna. I like that Fuka, trying to stay positive on things. It's not hot, it's just like a free sauna that we can't escape. Oh, a lot of people to talk to tonight. Messages to check, all sorts of things. Even Amada. Well, let's head upstairs first off, check my messages. I didn't see anybody that looked like they wanted to do anything activity-wise here at the dorm tonight. Had to double check though and make sure, but yeah, I don't see anybody with other plans like watching a DVD or doing any gardening or anything like that. Well, let's just see what's available tonight. A variety of ads on my phone. A limited menu today. Today is our special menu day. We only have limited quantities, so get yours before they run out. First come, first served. Our tender pork is a friend of beautiful skin. Make yourself shine by eating at Hagakure. Game parade. Come play our popular crane game and try to win a prize. Then stick around and hop into one of our many immersive video games. There's great fun to be had, whether you're alone or with friends. We can't wait to see you. And it's Wednesday, so they're looking for work at Chagall Cafe. We hope everyone is having a great day. Chagall is looking for someone to work the cafe today. Students may apply, no experience required. This is a paid position, and perks include free pheromone coffee. We look forward to meeting you. All right, some good options. Not really sure, though, with tonight. There have been so many nights where there have been so many choices, with everybody doing things downstairs or you're reading together and all that. There's a chance, I guess, there might be a social link out there. Probably not President Tanaka, since he usually texts me. Mutatsu-san might be at Club Escapade. There is the choice of potentially going back to Tartarus again. That wouldn't be bad either. I do need to get there before the full moon. I also have that Temperance Arcana from last night, so if I do anything that contributes towards a social stat, that's going to get me a little bit of an extra bonus. So it's that choice of, is that worth more than, say, going to Tartarus tonight or doing a social link? Yeah, have to weigh that out. Let's talk to everybody first and kind of see what's going on.
Isn't that right?
Just because it's hot out doesn't make it a reason to skip training. So, for Tartarus, if you're going to go, give me a shout out, all right? I will want to talk to Fuka and see just who's available to go tonight as well.
By the way,
Dude, Amada wasn't looking so good. I think he's got heat exhaustion. Poor kid. Kids his age should be outside playing. Have some fun, build up some stamina.
By the way,
Amada-kun's only supposed to stay at the dorm for the summer, right? That's true, I hadn't really thought so much about that, but yeah, he was just here over the summer while everybody else was out, since he didn't have anywhere else to go this summer. That's gonna be kind of a bummer. I guess that means he'll be heading home soon. Even though he wasn't here for very long, it's still gonna be sad to see him go. Another sign that summer is coming to an end.
well,
I always thought there was something I had to do. The more I thought about it, the more hesitant I became. But I've made up my mind. The next chance I get, I'll do it.
yes.
I'll get it done for sure. Okay. Again, a lot of context we don't have on anything, but he seems determined for whatever he's working on. Still nothing on TV. There's going to be a full moon soon after vacation ends. Prepare yourself for it. Yep, it's 10 days away. It's so wild to think next week is going to be a busy one. Get back to school on Tuesday, full moon on Saturday. I've been thinking Friday this whole time, so kind of gained a day there.
Excuse me.
Summer vacation will end soon, and school will resume session. This poses a problem. I will not be able to stay by your side when you are at school. That is worrisome. What should I do? That is a challenge. I wonder if he still feels bad about us getting kicked out of the theater. That's okay. We'll watch that DVD together as soon as it comes out. And yeah, that's not quite the same. I mean, wanting to see it in the theater today and that real theater experience, but the time it takes, that turnaround from when it's actually in theaters to the physical DVD release, especially back when this game is set. It wasn't just a couple days later. It wasn't, it's still not days later, but it's not like it's going to be, streaming in 2 weeks or whatever. It's, we're going to have to wait for some time now. And when you're expected to go see something today, and it's like, oh no, no, you can't do that. It's just kind of a bummer. Well, kind of different to get to this point after feeling busy so many nights, and now to see, like, okay, everybody's busy with other things, so what do we do tonight? Who is available for Tartarus? Or who's not available, I guess? Everyone can go. That's encouraging. That might be the way to go. I'm not too far behind on things, but getting a few more levels wouldn't hurt. And I still haven't reached that barrier floor, so I definitely want to do that before next week. I'd like to think, unless I run into problems in the tower, that we can make it up 6 floors. But let's take a step out and just take an evening walk as well. Okay, I don't see any social link icons around. Haven't had a quiet night like this in quite a while. Kind of seems a shame to let that Temperance Arcana go unused like that, but I did gain the progress from it this afternoon, so it did contribute to my successes. It's not totally lost, it was just spent differently, like so many other things in the series. But what did everybody else do tonight with these limited choices? I could kind of see tonight being a bigger choice of Tartarus, just given the limited options, and maybe some people put that off a little bit, perhaps knowing that this chance was coming, or just doing other things in the other nights. There were a lot of good choices these last few nights. Well, let's take a look. Nope. 6% went to Tartarus tonight. Not a bad, group. 107 floors. I'm a little bit beyond that, thankfully. I'm at 112. Everyone's average level is 41. I've got a little bit to go to catch up with that. Seeing these daily life options over there, those don't look bad either. Somehow, looking at worked at Chagall Cafe, that gets me that's courage and charm. And I don't need courage anymore. That's so weird to think. I would say I could get a point of each, and if those are both boosted by the Temperance Arcana, that would kind of be double the bonus, but I'm as courageous as I need to be and can possibly get it, looks like. So that kind of takes that off the need to go. There would be Wakatsu Kitchen for those academic points. That would be good to have. But while everybody is available, maybe it still does make the most sense to go to Tartarus. It's hard to know who's going to be available when going forward. So to have the time now and to not have other commitments pulling me away, that might make the most sense. I can already say that I've got the benefit from that Temperance card, so I made that social stat progress today. So I'm not losing it tonight. It's just already been used in a different way. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense for our night. I've got 10 days, so we still have a little bit of time. Even if somebody else ends up lost in the tower, if I can make it all the way to the top, then it should be just that much easier to rescue anybody else before the full moon, hopefully. So yeah, let's go to Tartarus again tonight. Seems like I kind of have been doing these in 2-day segments for a while now, but seems like that's going to hold true again tonight as well. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to take a look at my party here and maybe make some rearrangement. I wonder. Technically, it feels kind of like maybe I should... it's hard to want to go No, I should keep Yukari in the party. I do need a good dedicated healer, especially considering we haven't made it through all the Guardian floors yet. There's at least one more, I assume. Maybe more than that. Sometimes they've doubled them up on me. But having someone like her who's just so skilled at that, she's got a good variety of skills, and they cost her half the cost that they would normally because of her new characteristic. But, in terms of balancing levels, I mean, having Koromaru on the team makes a lot of sense just because he's level 36, needs the most. Aigis has a new characteristic to deal enhanced damage with her physical skills, which would be good. But the elemental coverage that Mitsuru offers as we're doing this climb seems beneficial. So I'm going to pick Mitsuru and Koromaru to round out the party for this segment of things. And we'll just see how that goes. And before I go in, I think I do want to fuse a couple persona. We'll just see. I mean, I'm full right now, so if I can find a new one along the way, I'd like to have a space for it. And with all of those persona that have kind of already topped off their growth, it just kind of is nice to see them change into other forms. I don't want to be too beholden to having specific arcana on hand. It seems as if your presence emanates a far brighter radiance than before. Perhaps all your hard work is starting to show. Here, it may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. A Twilight Fragment.
Looking forward to it.
I still cannot foresee the limits of your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further.
How may I assist you?
I'd like to do some fusion while I'm here. I've already registered everybody, so let's just take a look. I can make up to level 42. Ooh, a new tower. I've been looking to use Eligor as something, and having a new tower to take his place would be good. I found Kushimitama, and I've already got another fortune and another temperance in the form of Genbu, actually. So yeah, this one seems to make some sense. A good balance of skills. I'm going to gain a little bit of level from rank 4. It's resistant to piercing and electric. It reflects wind, and it's weak to ice. Cuchulainn, a hero of Celtic folklore. He was called Satanta until he earned the name Hound of Culzean. There are many tales of his adventures. He received the spear Gaybolg from his mentor, Skathic. I probably butchered a few of those names, but...
Please choose what skills to inherit.
And it's a good balance of abilities here. He's slightly more on the strength side, but still competent with magic.
What do you wish to inherit?
All right. Might actually be good to pass along some of these healing abilities. Moderate party-wide healing is great. The ability to cure status ailments besides KO, that's not something I have much access to. And free revives, that also seems beneficial. So this is more like a healer damage dealer kind of mix here.
It appears it will receive a fair amount of...
Maybe that's that jack of all trades, master of none kind of idea if I do it this way, but I think it'll still be good. It's nice to be making these fusions again and making that forward progress. Because, like I say, this opens up Eligor now as a potentially viable fusion ingredient. See what I can make that way. And it makes space to find other persona along the way as well. My name is Cuchulainn. As long as the spear remains unshattered, I shall continue to fight. Come, let us devastate the battlefield. Interesting to see all the different kinds of persona that exist in this world. I'll gain a little bit more power here. Charge and fast heal. Very nice. All right. What else? Oh, some devil here, maybe. Yeah. Okay, that does use my other temperance persona, but this gives me that coverage if I spend time with President Tanaka as well. Incubus here is weak to slashing and weak to light, but totally resistant to fire and dark. And it's got that dark, coverage, which isn't one I have as much of typically. Lots of magic, lots of luck. A male demon of European lore in medieval times, they visit sleeping women and have sexual intercourse with them. The resulting children become witches or wizards. All right.
Please choose what skills to inherit.
All right. Growth 2. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Ooh, Life Aid's pretty nice as well, but I've only got 2 other choices, and having some more elemental coverage is going to be nice here. As much as I have Yukari in the party, she's usually, covers us for our wind side of things. So maybe fire and ice. That gives me dark, fire, and ice then.
It seems you have been
I
blessed.
get a little bit of power. We're not very high in a rank with President Tanaka yet. But this is just one fewer persona that I would have to summon as well if we're spending time together. It's that trade-off because, like I say, I don't have a temperance persona now, but I won't see Bebe probably until at least next week when school's back in session. So I feel like it's okay to make this change. I'm Incubus. Come together with me now. I'll gift you some pleasant dreams. All right. Making progress here then. A little bit of power. Oh, what else? I don't really want to make Kaiwan with those two since I just fused them. A lot of social links I haven't quite unlocked yet. Ooh, Hermit. I do want to spend some more time with Maya eventually. That would be coverage for that.
All the time.
It's a good strength persona, but the lovers there, I don't have that social link unlocked yet, and Queen Meb is one I found.
This persona, yes?
That's going to gain, rank 9 level experience. So that's a nice bit. It's resistant to striking damage, too. I don't think I've got much coverage there. It's resistant to striking and fire and weak to ice. Very much a physically focused persona. High strength, good agility. Hindu deities of passion and relationship. They are Kali's attendants. They eat human flesh and gather at graveyards and cemeteries each night. Or crematories each night. Their name means sky dancer. Yeah, I think
Please choose what skills to inherit.
we'll keep growth going around. I like Megiddo, medium almighty damage to all foes. I don't think I've actually used it at all yet, but okay. That was just a test to see if it was going to learn evade slash on its own. Because if it's something it's going to learn and I try to add it, then it'll take one of those question marks away. But since it didn't do that, I've got enough slash coverage, I think. I mean, I use that as my base attack. So having evade slash on this persona just feels like not getting hit's always a good thing. That plus counter strike, a good mix. So let's take evade slash.
It appears it will receive a large amount.
Large amount of power. I will take that.
It's finally time.
We're spending a lot of time here already, and maybe would have been some logic to going into the tower and looking for that lover's arcana beforehand just to get a little bit more, but I kind of want to do this now. And the way I treat the Dark Hour, my time doesn't really in my head start until I actually enter the tower. I've always kind of thought that the Velvet Room is kind of one of these places outside of time in a way, so maybe that's just an excuse. But I'm Dakini. To celebrate our combined strength, I'm going to rampage all I want. Okay. I'm glad you're on my side. Gain some power here. Learn a lot of new abilities. Very nice. Ooh, high counter. This is a good-looking persona. Temporarily increasing attack at the start of a fight. That's nice, too. And a free bonus, and for a fast persona. Yeah, very nice. Anybody else while I'm here? Which persona do I even still have on me?
Which will you choose?
Okay. I think this looks good. I've got 3 open slots to maybe find something
It's a
else.
great joy of mine.
Registering, I see. Please take a look.
And that takes our compendium up to 39%. Looking good. Be kind of cool if I could get that 1 more % while we're out and around tonight, but we'll see. I've already fused some good persona, so I should be happy with what I've got. But I am happy with that. So Igor, Elizabeth, thank you very much.
We look forward to your next visit.
All right, all the accounting, bookkeeping sides of things are squared away, so now let's head into our adventure. There's nobody lost in the tower to rescue tonight. Our main goals are advancing to the next barrier floor, hopefully gaining some levels along the way. Maybe some monad doors if I can find some fusion materials or gems. Topaz. I'd love to find that one topaz to work on that request for Elizabeth. That's kind of out of my hands, but if I could do it, that'd be great. So let's head off to the tower. I'm not sure I've had this specific party combination out together yet, but it looks like a good one. Koromaru's got dark and fire. Mitsuru's got ice. Yukari's got wind. So it's going to be electric for my priority elementally tonight. And light.
We're counting on you, Koro-chan.
Nice to spend a bit more time with Koromaru as well after our different experience today, not getting to enjoy the movie like we wanted. Alright, let's head on up these stairs. What's the first floor going to have in store? A chest? Okay. A good start.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
A bigger floor. And then we're seeing more of these shadows that are affected by status ailments.
This is our chance to strike.
Koromaru is so fast. Nothing wrong with that. I'm happy to have it. Actually, I didn't equip a very fast persona myself either, so... Okay, I'm the slowest of the group right now. Let's do something about that.
The strong one. Be on your
Okay, we actually haven't found the Jotun, or fought the Jotun of Power. It might drop a topaz, though. That would be huge. We'll think of starting with that. Okay, it uses Herculean Strike. But I believe I made a persona just for that. Well, not just for that, technically, but resistant to striking. This actually doesn't provide me any knowledge about an elemental coverage, but let's just start with slashing damage. It is afflicted by a status, so maybe I can actually get lucky and get a critical hit that way. Ooh, yeah. That's a down. Koromaru's little hop in the back there. Alright. First shadow for the night down. Money, a persona, slash boost. Well, I've got the space for the persona. Let's take Legion here. Could be a good fusion ingredient for something else. Doesn't cost me anything. It's probably worth a lot more than the money I would have gotten from that other card. I got this sadistic wooden horse instead, but...
That was excellent leadership. Keep up the good work. A shadow. What will you do?
Nice to be making that progress with... I didn't change out my persona yet. I was just saying, nice to make that progress with my theurgy gauge filling up already.
You're getting a nice stakeout.
The other one. Oh, okay. I didn't need to worry. Koromaru had it all figured out for us. I always need money, and I feel good about, seeing that, but seeing the experience there, I am kind of feeling more behind on levels than I am my cash balance right now, so kind of contrary to my normal approach to this, I'm going to take the experience bonus.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
Actually, I do have a faster persona equipped. But how fast is Koromaru, actually? I haven't really thought about that, but let's just take a look. 31. Okay, well, I'm actually pretty close to that. Not that it's a race, but a race. But just to kind of see where I fit into the overall scheme of things.
Looks like Koro-chan found the stairs.
Stairs are good, but so is a chest.
Doesn't look like the others.
There's also a chance, as we use Twilight Fragments, that maybe we'll find one of those great clock rooms, which just helps level people up that much faster. I've got 18 Twilight Fragments, so the balance is starting to come down a little bit. Amrita Soda, that I believe is a status recovery item. You never have enough of those. They came in so handy that one... Oh, that was especially that one full moon.
This floor has been fully explored now. Good work, everyone.
Fully explored.
Koro-chan worked real hard. Didn't you, Koro-chan?
He sure did. Well, that's one of the 6 floors for tonight, and here's a monad door. Looking good. I'd kind of... I guess, yeah, we'll see where the door is, but if I could fight a couple shadow beforehand and... Ooh, there's a strong one. And maybe get my theurgy gauge a little more filled in, that wouldn't be
Just
unwelcome.
noticed the temperature and air pressure inside Tartarus aren't too different from reality.
Interesting. A good bit of knowledge to have.
That shadow looks way too strong.
I should have probably waited for it to turn around to get a little bit more bonus. Ooh, this is going to be one that probably relies on status ailments again as well. Whether that's charm or what. Elegant mother.
I'm still setting up.
Oh.
It'll take a little more time.
Okay, it's going to use dark attacks. It is weak to electric, the one skill that I'm the only one that can cover right now.
I'll go with.
It uses dark too, so that'll be important to keep in mind. If I can find someone that's got electric attack and coverage, or defense against dark, that would be ideal. Do I not have much? Is it just Yamato no Orochi? It might be. And it's stuff like that too that I'm going to really need to take better stock of before the next full moon. So I don't get to that point where it's like, okay, I've only got one persona that can use an electric attack. I do have consumable items I could use in a pinch, but
Amazing!
if I come into things planning to do something in a pinch, I don't think that's really the best plan. Alright, well, this is going to be a bit more of a fight. The scariest thing was that ghastly whale combination that she's got. Because if she can distress us with evil smile here, or fear. Okay, that's something. Nice dodge there from Mitsuru. This is kind of a bummer too, because now our all-out attacks are going to do a little bit less damage as well. Oh. That wasn't expected either. Ooh, she's got the ability to block. Oh, well. Yeah, some piece of equipment must have blocked that. I don't think she's got an ability for that.
What to do?
Alright, that's a down. So this has been the progress for that theurgy gauge that I wanted. Hopefully the outcome ends up in our favor as well. I didn't think we'd win that round, but... the fact that it's more accurate now, that's a touch concerning.
Trying to hit me.
Seeing all those misses, though, that feels good. Barring a miss, this should be the turn. Well, all things considered, assuming this does it, there's no reason it shouldn't, but all things considered, I think that was a good fight. Having Koromaru get distressed out of the fight, or, run from fear, that wasn't exactly what I wanted, but... It's hard not to take a Major Arcana when I see one. So, I'm going to take the Major Arcana because I see it. Having that XP bonus would have been nice, but seeing a level up here is really cool.
You looked really cool out there, Koro-chan.
Switch my persona back to a slightly faster one. This will also boost my attack.
Careful, the enemy's nearby.
There we go. That maxed out the theurgy gauge.
Yes, we got the advantage. This should be a good test of your strength.
Okay, we don't know what it's weak to, but this is weak to ice. Knowing that, and we don't know anything about its weakness potentially to electric or light. Maybe, let's try light. I've got somebody that can do that, right? I hope I do. I should, but I've used some of that away, so maybe. That's a single target light attack, isn't it? Do I have something that will hit everybody? Not so much. Okay. I've got Mahama, but that's a little different. That's lower accuracy, low chance. That wasn't the answer either. But now we know. That's part of the fun of the game. Very nice.
Eureka sometimes need it too.
Ah, it's weak to piercing. Wonderful. I'll take the Persona again here. Always kind of wild to get to this point too and see Persona that used to feel so advanced as just normal drops. Nice level there for Mitsuru. Okay, we're keeping an eye out for that monad door. I guess there's only one direction we haven't explored yet, so that narrows things down a bit. I can also see the stairs off in the distance there. Almost panic as I turn and see Yukari standing there. I thought I gained some courage.
I think Koro-chan found something.
Alright, now we're ready for that door. I hope. I'd like to think we are.
Koro-chan found a door.
Alright, Mitsuru's also got her theurgy gauge filled. A lot of the things in the doors recently seem to have been leaning into status ailments, which is bad in a variety of ways. I've seen enough of these now that you'd think I'd remember what they're capable of, but saying that, you can obviously tell that I'm not. I'll still take a bonus here for my defense and accuracy. That will help. It looks tough. Are you sure you want to do this? Let's do it. All right, come and get me.
Prepare yourself.
I've already scanned this one.
It is weak to wind. Yeah, so now it's that choice of do I use a wind attack because I know it's weak to that, or do I use that theurgy gauge I charged? Or do I save that theurgy gauge in case we need it for some potential healing, since I've got two different theurgy abilities? Let's go with the wind side of things. Get that all-out attack, hopefully. That was a good hit, 150 right there. Since Yukari's better with magic than I am, I'd like to think that she could probably do even more. Actually, if she gets a turn before the enemy... Yeah, the downside of status ailments like that is multifold. I can't shift if I'm in that state. We can't use all-out attacks that way. Ooh, it's afflicted with freeze, though. That's nice. Yeah, there won't be an all-out attack after this attack, but it will still down the enemy. That is nice. And I like Yukari's strategy there of downing the enemy and then using that follow-up attack for healing, rather than just starting with healing and not getting a chance to make that attack.
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
Ooh, I love it. Justice. That lets me pick multiple cards, 2 cards instead of 1 in shuffle time like this. Definitely nice to find that earlier on in the session here.
Oh, hello.
That's just another enemy down. Didn't end up using that theurgy gauge yet. 3 onyx. And a blade. I'm not sure if there are any crafting items I can find right now that would be better than, or that would lead to better equipment than I've got. I'll take what I can get. This will also map this floor and the next. I think I saw most of this floor already, but... let's head up.
I see.
I can't imagine anyone believing us about the Dark Hour or Tartarus. I mean, I've seen them in person and I still can hardly believe everything that's happened. It would be one of those very unbelievable things.
All right, let's continue exploring.
A very straightforward floor.
A shadow!
I'm so glad I've got this ambush ability. Alright, that dice there is going to be weak to electric. The others are weak to fire here.
You're getting a nice steak now.
Koromaru is definitely all about attacking.
You've struck a weakness.
Nothing wrong with that, but it does cost a lot of SP pretty quickly. Ooh, the enemy's frozen. She was thinking what I was thinking. It's like, maybe we get a critical hit that way. And sure enough, she did. And sure enough, I'm the slowest in the party again with the persona I've got equipped. A good group effort here, though. I'll say, even though I didn't really do much. Ooh, another major arcana. And I get two. I've already got Legion, and I don't think he needs much experience, so I'll take the money this time. 3,000 yen, that's nice. And a level for Koromaru. A lot to celebrate.
Even though I know it's a shadow, it's hard to confront them if they look like a person.
I could definitely see that, and that was my concern when we'd encountered Strega the other night too. At what point are they going to stop having discussions with us and make us have to actually potentially fight a person? It's one thing to fight a shadow that looks like a person, but we haven't had to actually make the consideration for fighting a real person at this point.
There's a shadow.
I thought it had turned the other corner.
I won't miss my
Oh, I'm faster now.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more
Darkness
time.
and piercing. Do I have a party-wide dark attack, or is it just the one? I used to have one. There's Aga. I was like, Koromaru does, but I'm going to try to attack myself. Attack them myself, and then shift over to Yukari, because she's got the piercing attack.
What to do?
That's a tiny down.
I'm ready.
It's all you.
As long as accuracy's not a problem, we should be able to down the enemy party here.
Yukari, I'm not ready.
They do have a lot of health, though, so we'll see if the all-out attack is able to finish things. Sure enough, it worked. I used both my Temperance persona earlier in Fusion, so picking up another one here sounds pretty good. And how about the experience bonus?
And that's how it's done.
All right.
That was excellent leadership. Keep up the good work.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for being here.
Is that treasure?
Treasure's always good. It's a topaz. We were all so good. That it's weird to find one treasure like that and just think that changes everything, but that feels like it changes everything because now I can continue that request for Elizabeth. I was hoping to find one tonight, so there it was. A rare chest. Nice to see that.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Oh, big floor. A lot of twists and turns as well. Oop. And of course, shadows.
Try a bunch of different weapons, but there's a limit to how much money.
I won't miss my
Preparing the
chance.
analysis.
Hit this arena.
I must have swapped out my personas again and kind of forgotten which one I had going. Thankfully, the party's really good at targeting what needs to be targeted.
You hit a weakness. Great work as
Nicely done, Takaba.
Definitely nicely done for the entire team there. Ooh, Eligor. Seems like I just saw you. I actually don't remember how many persona I picked up recently, so I might already be full, but I'm going to take that gamble and see. If not, it's a good fusion ingredient. Ah, can't hold any more. Gambled and lost. But I think maybe I'll swap out Legion here. Eligor's level 31, Legion's only 26. And I will use this knowledge now too, that I don't need any more Persona until I can get back down to the Velvet Room. Another level. This is great. I was hoping to see some of those tonight, so this is going to really help try to get back in line with everybody else's averages.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
Well, the chest is that way, so let's go towards the treasure. Get a little sidetracked along the way, maybe. And there's a teleporter. Not looking for the teleporter right now.
Try to remember where it is.
These pieces of tower, on the other hand, are nice to break. I'll keep taking all these turns. I'm gonna, get myself lost.
A shadow!
Got that part of the tower and the shadow in that attack. Ooh, this feels like Kormaru's time to shine.
Don't hold anything back.
4 weaknesses targeted, all down. What an attack. Can't ask for better on that fight. I've already picked up Genbu, so let's take the experience and the money. An easy choice. Another topaz. When it rains, it pours. Drain ability. Ah, okay, that would double the effect of Spirit Drain and Life Drain. Not bad.
Doing pretty well.
It did. Alright. Try to get some momentum here for this.
Shadow spotted.
Just barely got enough, run up speed there.
We've caught them by surprise.
Don't hold anything back.
That was a lot of enemy healing. That's good knowledge to have, so we don't do that again. We froze one. I know the large one is weak to electric, but you can knock the other 3 down, so that's good.
Knockdown. Nice, you Kori-chan.
Oh, okay, she can just finish the fight right then and there.
No shadows detected.
A victory well earned.
A big wide open space here.
Is that treasure?
I think Koro-chan found something.
Ooh, this could be good. Yeah. It could be, but it's just okay. See, there was a shadow around here somewhere. Somehow he ended up down there. All right. Let's find the stairs properly this time. Oop. Well, that was all sorts of a mess, but it worked out in the end.
We've caught them by surprise.
What a good hit.
Knock one down.
Like I was saying earlier, he's definitely going through the SP pretty quickly.
You're the best, Koro-chan.
Not bad. Nicely done, Takaba.
Hopefully it's up to me then to get the electric attack in on this last one here.
Enemy eliminated.
I should be able to handle that. To find who had Zio. Yes, electrical coverage, that is something I definitely need to work on for the party. Or for me, for the persona I have. When Akihiko's not around, there's not much I can do with my current setup. It's a good problem to discover during my time in Tartarus, and a bad one to come to the conclusion of once we're fighting during the full moon. So that's another benefit of these excursions like this. Kind of these trial runs, and sort of see where the bugs are now and get them fixed.
Doing pretty well.
Alright, these clocks, I don't think I've used one yet this run. I can use them, I can contribute Twilight Fragments, and they can do some healing. nice to know about, but not anything I really need, especially, with my limited supply of Twilight fragments. It's a big floor. Don't want to linger too long either. We've only seen the Reaper from a distance, thankfully, and that's the way we want to keep it for as long as possible. But the longer you spend on a floor, the greater the chances are that the Reaper will show up. Good series of hits there.
You're doing great, Yukari-san. Here, G. I think I can use it.
Fire and light, and this one's weak to electric. I can do both. I'll say I'll do one and then I'll shift off to Koromaru, but since I've got light here as well, why don't I just do that myself? I'll recover SP every turn thanks to my accessory, whereas he's down to 31, so I'll just down to myself and we'll attack him. There's the enemy down. You can probably just see the wheels turning in my head. It's like, okay, it's going to be those two, isn't it? You were probably right. When you see that combo of money and experience, like, yeah, I like that bounce. Persona inventory's full.
Pretty well.
Sometimes I'll look at the skill cards, but I'm sure you're all aware that I haven't been making the best use of my skill cards thus far, so... Enemy in this room. Let's be prepared for that.
Careful. The enemy's nearby.
Another thing, it's always fun to get to this point, like I said at the start of our climb tonight. I'm not sure I've had this specific party composition with Yukari, Mitsuru, and Koromaru together, but I love it when it works out like that, to get to this point and just feel like, yeah, this group does work well together. It's another thing to be prepared for with the knowledge come the full moon. If this party ends up together, I know how to use it, sort of thing. It also does highlight some of the spots that I need to work on, like my electric coverage, but just seeing these three work just as well as everybody else together feels good. My theurgy gauge is already full, as are my persona, so what's it gonna be? Yep, you're right.
Perfect coordination.
I was like, oh, another level, but that was just, just my persona. I'll take it, but
That was excellent
especially since
leadership.
Yamato no Orochi there's already
Keep up the good
learned
work.
all of its abilities. It's a little less valuable than, say, somebody else. There aren't any shadows here, but I'm picking up a signal of a certain kind of door. I think I might know what she's talking about. And the next floor is a border floor. We finally hit another checkpoint. There won't be any enemies here, so you can check out the area without stressing over it. I did not expect that. So often, these barrier floors have had a guardian shadow waiting for us. I'm not complaining. And actually, given that door is there, and we've got a little under half of our dark hour left. Let's head up the next floor first off and just kind of reach that barrier floor, since there's...
Perhaps you could adjust your lineup to target the enemy's weaknesses on the current floor.
I was just about to pan myself over there, but it's one of those doors again. Since the layout of this floor doesn't change, this door likely won't disappear. So we can explore it anytime. We'll leave it up to you, leader. Yep, that is one of those monad passages, which differs slightly from a monad door in that it's multiple encounters of varying difficulty. Usually, I mean, the one I've been through so far, it was a good step up in difficulty. But it doesn't disappear with the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to that barrier floor so we can say we reached that. That'll take me back down to the lobby. I can teleport back to this floor from the two-way teleporter. And then we can attempt that. I've got our theurgy gauges charged for 3 of the 4 of us, and Mitsuru's right on the edge of that, so I think this would be a good group to attempt that with. I might give some SP recovery healing to Koromaru. A dead end. Looks like we can't progress any further for now. On the other hand, we've made good headway. Nicely done. Come back whenever you're ready. It's your call to make, leader. I think we probably know what we're going to find in here. Old document number 5. That's good. That's going to fill a request for Elizabeth as well. I hoped to stay by his side, so I foolishly agreed to participate in the project. But the research was unbelievable. Should we really be experimenting with these shadows? Alright, more fragments of stuff from the past that we don't quite understand yet. There's that teleporter, and here's this barrier. The path to the next floor is blocked off. We can't go any further than this. Looks like we'll just have to wait.
Good to see you.
Koro-chan, that's the furthest we can go for now. We did a good job. I'm with you, Koromaru. I'd love to keep climbing too. Let's head back to the entrance for the moment. Save the game, do a little bit of recovery, and then let's attempt that monad passage. See, I found an SPA recovery item. Yes, soul drop. 10. That's not a lot. We'll see if... I mean, 55 isn't that much either, really, but... I also only have so many to spend. Let's turn in the old document while we're here.
Are you accepting a request? Wonderful.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take these as your reward. 50,000 yen. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, so I need to finish off that trading quest. I need to max out a social link. And I need to perform the King and I fusion spell.
Very well, then.
But let's continue back. Continue back. Let's go back to where we were and see about that monad passage. I should have time for that. I know I just saved it, but I saved it again, so we're definitely good. Okay, and it is kind of nice too. I mean, we can see the door is still there based on that icon, and that it hasn't been explored yet, unlike 91, which has that check mark on it. So it's just that other reminder. But since we can't climb any further, and the door is right there, I mean, well, let's definitely take it. So I saved the game, so there's that little bit of knowledge as well that if push comes to shove and things don't quite go as ideally as they could, it won't be that detrimental. I'm still going to hopefully try to be smart about it, but we've got some theurgy gauges maxed out. I think we're as ready as we're going to be for this section. The Temperance Tarot is reacting. Yep, just like before, that seemed to unlock it. It looks like this door has been unlocked. I can sense strong shadows just beyond it. Please be careful. And this is a potential marathon of a few fights. Doesn't mean I have to do them all at once, but if I can, I'd like to attempt it. Again, though, I'm going to try to be smart about it. Really? Just a door already? Okay. Yeah, unlike just a normal monad door, this is one door leading to the next to the next. I love the red color scheme for these segments as well. It really makes you feel that much more like we are outside of the tower. You know, we're in the tower, but we're outside of the normal path of where we're, supposed to be. Ooh, seeing that dice enemy there. If it's anything like the rank and file shadows it's weak to electric attacks. The fact that I've only got the basic level electric attack is a touch concerning. Maybe it's kind of foolish to advance and push my luck on that, but I do want to take advantage of the Sylphid Aura ability again. That's definitely going to help. Take that accuracy and defense bonus. Now let's attempt it. We'll do our best.
Powerful enemy spotted.
It's a strong
Wait,
enemy.
careful.
Are you ready to fight it? I'm ready. I hope I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Get ready. Incoming.
Two enemies. You can do it.
All right. Muttering Tiara and Bronze Dice.
Ready.
That's that call of, do I use my Theurgy now and hope I can knock them both down and get an all-out attack? Or do I assume that other people might use their Theurgy? I don't want to overuse them, basically. If we all use our best attacks right away, that's going to kind of leave us empty-handed for the subsequent fights. But I don't want to underestimate the enemies either. I'm going to try Zio at this point. Okay, it is weak to that.
I'm still setting up. a little more time.
You know what? I'm going to hit it again. I know it's weak to that. And shocked it as well. That's kind of nice. Okay, Koromaru's using one of his abilities. He's got two, so I'm not quite sure what this one does, but... fills everyone with vigor. Alright, that lowered our attack. That's a bummer. Yukari's coming out strong with her Theurgy, though. Targeting that same dice I knocked down. Nothing wrong with that. Prioritize a downed enemy. Hopefully we can take it off the field. Nice solid hit.
Go for it!
Well, if anything, maybe I'll have Fuka just scan the Muttering Tiara here, since I've already got the knowledge that I can knock the bronze dice down. It's actually already down, but...
Should I scan on this enemy?
yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
It's weak to
Here's
darkness.
what I found.
Okay.
What to do?
So, yeah, I probably should, since Koromaru is a little bit low on SP. If I take the initiative there, hopefully we can get that all-out attack here. That was a nice solid hit. Hopefully, yeah, this all-out attack will be a nice follow-up then. Nobody's got any status effects this time. I'm so used to those taking our chance for all-out attacks away. Ooh, really solid hit. Ooh, big fire attack.
Someone do something!
The roll dice shows a 2. That's ominous. I probably should have scanned both of the enemies just for that. So that my allies aren't trying to damage them. I'm going to hold off on my Theurgy gauge since everybody else has used theirs. I don't disagree with the use of them, but there's also a part of me that thinks maybe it wouldn't have been bad to save that for... There's a chance I could knock it down with a slash attack, since I think if an enemy is frozen, as long as it's not resistant to that damage type, a physical attack is a free critical. So, again, if I don't miss here, I could potentially down both enemies myself. Or just totally eliminate the one. Now, if we're lucky, we should be able to, in a perfect world, end the fight right here. There it goes. Wonderful. Ah, additional experience after battle. Love to see it. I don't have any space for a persona, so money it is. Oh, Garulo's not bad. Alright, that's one down.
Perhaps.
I'm not sure if it's just coincidence, but that enemy resembled a die. Did it have a set course of action depending on the roll? Like each number is tied to a specific action? If that's the case, that's pretty risky. I can't imagine leaving everything to chance like that. But I guess everyone could use a little luck sometimes. I wish you all the best of luck in your next battle as well. There might be a treasure chest up ahead, but I sense an enemy presence there too. If you're worn out from battling, don't push yourself too hard. Take some time to recuperate. I think we can continue. Understood. I'll continue to provide support. If it gets dangerous, don't hesitate to retreat. Good advice. I do need to do some healing. Another benefit for Yukari being here with her half cost. I see some treasures there. That's nice. Or a treasure. What are we going to get? Champion gloves. Well, I'm sure Akihiko will like those once we get downstairs. I hope he will. And let's move on. I've still got my Theurgy gauge charged, but nobody else does. A little bit of a concern. Which persona do I have equipped? Let's go back. Get that free strength bonus. Ooh, another die.
How are you?
I wonder if that's going to be the theme of this passage.
Yes.
The first fight didn't seem that bad either, so maybe this is one of those escalating sorts of things. Like, okay, yeah, you made it through the easy level. Let's try the normal level now.
Powerful enemy spotted! Please be careful!
It's a strong enemy. Are you ready to fight it? I think so. I think I'm as ready as we can be. Koromaru looks ready.
2 enemies! You can do it! I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
All right. Is it going to be the same knowledge as it was? I'm going to start with Zio again. I guess we shall see. Okay. I wondered if it was going to go that direction, kind of do the exact opposite of what had happened. All right. You don't like to see that. I don't expect this attack will do much. Yeah, it's a low chance attack anyway. Alright, I'm glad Yukari is taking that distress off of our allies. And this does feel like a good fight to do a scan. Fuka's got a lot of SP left still. Alright, that one's weak to ice. That's one way to down it at least. It's a good couple hits.
Yes. Should I scan on this enemy?
But yeah, let's get all that knowledge so that nobody continues to attack
So
with the fact-finding side of things.
okay.
Alright, this one's weak to wind.
What I found.
Yukari and I can handle wind, no problem. That weakness to dark is a touch scary. Maybe I'm not gonna. We'll go with this one instead. I'm not sure what kind of attacks those enemies use. Weakness to dark with the chance for them to use an instant kill attack is just a bad combination. That was good. Herculean Strike's a tad scary. So yeah, that critical's a lot. That was a 6 apparently. He's back on his feet though. Alright, a good solid hit. That dice is really getting buffed up now. One left. And we know its weakness. With luck we can down it here and one good all-out attack, and if my accuracy holds, maybe we can make it through this with minimal issues. Hopefully. Oh. Okay, it might take a couple turns with that defense bonus it's got.
What to do?
I got single target boost on Yamato no Orochi, so it could do that much more damage. A good hit, not quite enough to probably end the fight here, but it puts us closer. I guess it comes down to what the dice rolls now. Eerie sound. 4 misses. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so far things are looking okay for the remainder of this fight. Haven't had to use my Theurgy yet. I've still got Fuka's in hand as well. Mitsuru's almost filled hers back up. Don't know what's next in this passage. Alright. Not quite enough. Fingers crossed here. Alright. Yeah, had that fear of a miss.
Good work out there.
Alright. Let's take the usuals. Kind of a shame, unlike a normal monad door, that this passage enemies aren't worth quite as much experience. I mean, boosted up to 3,300 is nice. But another dice enemy. And when this one rolled, let's say a 4, for example, I'm complicating things. It just used different attacks from the other one. But maybe there's a pattern to its behavior. The next enemy might not necessarily be another dice one, though. But keep in mind that some enemies have patterns. Shall we keep going? There might be a treasure chest up ahead, but I sense an enemy presence there too. If you're worn out from battling, don't push yourself too hard. Take some time to recuperate. I think we can keep going. It's dangerous. If it gets dangerous, don't hesitate to retreat. Do a little bit of healing here. We don't need much. Well, we need enough. But now we don't. And I figured I'd do it myself this time because Yukari, she still has half of her SP, but we're not sure what we're coming up against either, so don't want to needlessly drain that. Memoir 3. Okay, what's this going to be? It's a key item. The true nature of the shadows has come to light in line with excavated historical documents. Their origin will bring the world to its end. This has become readily apparent. The project should be stopped, but it may already be. Alright, this kind of feels like a compliment to those documents we've been finding. And a pink bikini. Alright. Who's getting to where? Right, that would be an item for Yukari. Just cosmetic, no defense bonus. Everybody's probably going to be upset if I don't check out those items, so let's just take a look. We picked that up the other day, and the armor for Mitsuru, so let's just see. Oh my. Alright. We won't linger there too long, but that is the appearance those provide. Looking good, but let's... I think we'll get more defense out of the traditional uniform. Ooh, okay. There is another duo of dice this time, it looks like. Alright, this could be a tougher fight. I'm not really liking the current SP balances I'm seeing. They could definitely be better. But we'll do the best we can. I've got my Theurgy gauge. I've got Fuka. Let's use Sylphid Aura.
Yes.
And actually, I'm not sure how many enemies there are going to be in this fight. The last two fights were 2 enemies. If patterns hold true, that's likely what we'll see again here. But that being the case, we'll need at least 70 SP on Fuka to scan both of them. I have 83 right now. Now I can scan 3 if it comes to that. Did I do that math right? I don't think I did. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Did I? It's not that hard. 105, yeah. If there's more than 3, then we're in some trouble. But these items are meant to be used, so I shouldn't just stockpile them when there is an actual use for them. It's a very powerful enemy. Please make sure you're fully prepared for battle. Actually, I'm not ready just yet. I do need to switch my persona over. I want somebody a little faster. Now I feel better.
Powerful enemy.
I'm ready.
All right.
All right, come and get me.
3 enemies. Be careful.
All right. I am not using any sort of guides here. It was just good happenstance that I managed to have that knowledge, or not knowledge, but that luck. There was just that part of my brain that's like, talking about patterns. Is it going to stick to the pattern or is it going to change? And this time it did
I already
change.
scanned this one.
Okay, so these 2 are the books that we'd seen before. That's good. Let's... Ooh. I've got my Theurgy gauge charged. You know, maybe I should. If I can knock them all down here and get a good solid first attack,
All right.
I can work on filling my theurgy gauge back up then too as I target weaknesses. There's no guarantee that this will down the enemy, but there's a higher chance of it, so let's roll the dice and see what happens in this fight against some dice. Alright, that's a good start. And that's why I've got that theurgy. Alright, that's a really good start.
Try harder.
You dodged the attack! Nice one!
And now when it gets back to my turn, I can have Fuka scan the enemy here, so that we're not kind of struggling as blindly. If it's anything like some of the enemies we've encountered recently, it might not even have any weaknesses to exploit, but either way we'll know then, so we're not going to waste our turns targeting things that it's resistant to.
Darkness has no effect on this enemy. Analysis complete.
Okay, yep. No weaknesses, lots of resistances. Not sure what even the best way to target that's going to be. There's a bit of danger potentially in hitting it with Herculean Strike, but as much as it criticals for the enemy, maybe I'll be able to draw out a critical hit of my own here. 65 HP, I can probably afford that. 213 damage is nice to see. Alright, that's not good.
Were you trying to hit me?
Alright. Threes are scary. Let's not see any more threes. Oh, that is a bummer for Koromaru. I just saw him defend there, and I'm like, why did you do that? But it's resistant to everything he can do, isn't it?
I've already scanned
He could hit it with fire, potentially, but I'm not sure he's got enough SP for that. But yeah, slashing attack is his base attack, so that'll do nothing. Dark is his elemental attack. Bummer.
What's next?
All right, we saw it use a dark attack. That's important knowledge to have. There's nothing to say it can't use a light attack either. Tough call. We don't want to use Virtue. Or Satanza. Interesting that I've got both of them in order here. As, you know, he goes on to become Kukulain. Well, Herculean Strike worked last time. Again, maybe we can get that critical hit. Alright, there's no resisting an almighty attack. Ooh, doesn't feel good either, though. It's still better than a potentially instant kill attack. And I'm so glad to see Yukari take the cues there to do some really nice healing. That was kind of also what made me feel good about using Herculean Strike, just knowing Yukari was there to do that healing. Alright, that's Mitsuru's Theurgy Gauge charged.
Let's see.
And I know Fuka's is as well. Maybe if I'm lucky here, maybe this'll do it. Really close. Fire attack, a stronger one.
Your angels have cut it down! Someone do something!
Kind of a bummer since her Theurgy Gauge was charged. Oh, okay. Yukari says don't mind, and we'll just, I'll finish it here for us. Well, we're probably nearing the end of the dark hour, and I'm sure we are since I can see it, but I can take two cards here, so let's take enough to get that Arcana Burst. Seeing the Temperance again is nice, because that'll help with social skills again tomorrow. And maximum HP plus 10. That's another permanent bonus, a permanent buff. Well, I'm happy to see both of those. Probably would have taken them even if it wasn't near the end of the dark hour. And this is that Arcana Burst. Dark boost, money, money and experience. There's another level for Koromaru. That's a couple levels today. high counter. 20% chance to reflect physical skills does not stack. So I think, there's no reason to have counter strike and high counter at the same time. That was already the last attack for this brand new persona.
Oh, hello.
Shadow eliminated. Good work. I was too occupied with fighting that thing to notice at first. But is there really some kind of pattern with the dice roll? Oh well, we won in the end, so clearly luck's on our side. Who knows, maybe we'll get really lucky and hit the jackpot with the treasure chest up ahead. Or maybe not. Anyway, let's go check it out. It looks as though you defeated all of the shadows in this area. I was really hoping she was going to tell me that. Not that I don't think we could have done another potentially, but we've really been pushing so far to get to this point. All we have to do now is open that chest. Let's do it. Our dark hour is about at an end as well, so it really lines up nicely for that to come to this. And it is a special chest there. What are we gonna get? Koromar is excited. Korra-chan's excited too. Now try opening it. Okay. The Devil Tarot. That should add the devil to our shuffle time. I don't remember what the devil does, but hopefully the game tells us here. And the Book of Iron. I have an idea of what it might do, if it's anything like the last few, but again, maybe the game will tell us. The last time we found one, it increased our capacity of major arcana for the day, so we'll see if maybe that does the same. Or maybe this lets me fuse a new persona, I guess. Let's let the game tell me rather than speculate. It seems the Devil Major Arcana can now appear during shuffle time. Devil. The number of items obtained by defeating enemies and destroying breakable objects will be increased until you leave Tartarus. That's pretty nice. So when I break those pedestal things, I could get 2 items instead of 1, and enemies will drop more items as well. So another one that's always good to find earlier on in the run. Right, and by acquiring the Book of Iron, the number of major arcana cards attainable in a day increases by 1. Another card? What's the deal? Well, we're not figuring it out here. Let's move on.
Uh-huh.
It looks like a dead end. Do you want to head back right away? Yep, I think we've seen everything there is to see back here. Okay. Be careful on your way back. And with that, that is everything to see for tonight's climb. Let's head to the teleporter and head downstairs. Yep, I've got a nice check mark on there. Nice to see that progress. Really nice to get the game saved. I did find those gloves potentially for Akihiko. I'm not sure how they compare to what he's using right now, but let's find out. That looks pretty good. 160 up to 172, same accuracy, and this gives Endure. They restore 1 HP upon death once per battle. All good things. And let's stop by the Velvet Room. Our climb is over for the night, but I can still update the compendium. Not sure if I need to fuse anything tonight. Probably not, actually. I mean, if I'm not going to be climbing anymore, I might as well keep what's on hand in case I have any need for them socially in the next day or so. Don't want to fuse something away and then need to resummon it.
Registering, I see.
So we'll kind of just marathon through this again. Most of them can be registered.
Will you register it? All registered. Will you register it? All registered.
Very nice to see this progress, though. And the experience they've all gained, the levels, the fact that I can use them as ingredients for other things going forward. Just, that much more capable. It's going to be good to go through and really make sure before next Saturday that I have the proper balance of abilities and persona on hand.
Will you register? I've completed.
Again, like watching Satanta there, I don't want to register certain persona over top of ones I've already got. Yep, so the rest of these are all good.
Are you finished?
I am.
We look forward.
It feels good to get to the end of things here and just kind of get that book updated as well. So it's kind of like saving my game. I've saved those persona now, so when I need to resummon them, they'll be at that exact level. All those same abilities. We did it. See how many times I saved the game tonight, but Oh, this time before I go, I'd forgotten to check on, our levels last time, so let's look at that tonight before we leave. All right. Yeah, right off the bat, I'm liking what I'm seeing. 43 for Fuka and I, 42 for Yukari. And both Mitsuru and Koromaru are almost right in line. And I'm glad I had Mitsuru along. Ice came in so handy today. I wasn't sure between she and Aigis, who was going to be the better addition to the party. And for all I know, Aigis could have been just as capable and valid for an addition, but having Mitsuru there really felt like she came in handy quite a few times. And we are pretty close to each other now, so we're not probably quite at 41, but we're not that far off, probably closer to 40. These couple 38s and a 39 will pull us down a little bit, but these 42 and 43s, so we might actually be pretty close, much closer than we started the day. And that just, feels that much better, looking at next week. Getting here again tonight, just taking that time now while we have the time, while there wasn't too much going on tonight. I mean, I could have gone out for dinner or something, or, done small things like that, but for all I know, the next night, maybe somebody wants to do some gardening or something that I'll really want to do. And then I'd be like, well, I was going to go to Tartarus because we're behind, but having taken the time now, it's like, okay, I got my work done now, so now I can enjoy the fun free time. Feels good. And, to reach that barrier floor, there's no more we can climb. So if anybody else ends up lost in Tartarus in the next 10 days, it'll be easier to find them. It wouldn't be bad to come back again before the full moon and just try to get a little bit more experience, but yeah, this is just a lot of good feelings. So let's save it for the 100th time today and head back to the dorm.
Oh, hello.
Do you want to stop for tonight? There's nothing else to do, right? I already turned in the document to Elizabeth. I got 50,000 yen for that. Registered the persona. So yeah, I think we're good. Let's call it quits. All right. Please get a good night's rest, everyone. All right. With that comes to the end of Wednesday. Let's talk about it back at the desk. Okay, so here we are. Like I said, that was the end of Wednesday the 26th, and I am really happy with how today came together. It felt like another longer day. I mean, it was a longer day looking at everything we did and the time we spent doing it, but there was just so much good going on with it. Even as I'm saying that, more things are coming into my mind about it. Not really knowing how to approach the day, other than thinking maybe the film festival would be an opportunity. Really surprised to be able to go with Koromaru. I really would have lost that bet, seeing Junpei at the table by himself, and Aigis with Koromaru. But the main highlight of my daytime, after selling some stuff to Officer Kurosawa, was attempting to go to the movies with Koromaru. He really wanted to go, and it sounded like a lot of fun. Unfortunately, but not unexpectedly though, once we got there, they weren't too keen on having a dog in the theater. It kind of feels obvious saying it out loud. Kind of felt obvious beforehand too, but we did what we could. Apparently we tried to pretend that Koromaru was a stuffed animal, and unsurprisingly that didn't work. So we didn't get to see the movie, which I felt kind of bad for Koromaru. He really wanted to see it. He sounded kind of depressed, well, very depressed that we didn't get to. But we did get to take a nice walk afterwards, and I promised to get the DVD as soon as it came out and watch it together with him. So still not the same as seeing the movie, but hopefully it's something, a consolation prize. Hopefully it was a nice, good walk. Got to see all the things he wanted to see other than the movie, and still enjoy the day together. Hopefully, anyway, I've been wanting to spend more time with Koromaru, so the chance to spend the day doing anything with him was a bonus in my book. The attempt to try to sneak him into the theater also worked on my courage, and since I had a bonus to that from last night's time in Tartarus, I was able to gain a good bit of progress, and it was enough to take my courage to the top tier, to level 6, to badass. So now my courage is at the maximum level. That'll allow me to spend time with Fuka after school once school resumes, and it'll give me that knowledge that I don't need to work on that social skill anymore. So that'll open up time for other things. If there's a choice between working on courage and working on something else, it'll be a lot easier to say, I can work on that other thing now. And just to see that growth, really, too. Starting off as a plain timid slacker back in April to getting to this point where my courage is maxed out. It's just that perfect illustration of the growth that our character has undergone throughout this series. So that was just the daytime side of things, with all sorts of benefits. Brought us back to the dorm in the evening, and it was almost kind of nice tonight getting back and not seeing a lot of opportunities. It's been so almost like, paralyzing these last few nights with all the different choices of so many good things to do. Be it cooking or watching TV or doing social activities or, all great things that would have really been good uses of my time. But, not having the chance to do all of them because time is limited. So to get to tonight and not see everybody wanting to do something and everybody being available to go to Tartarus, it really made it easier to kind of just lean into that and say, yeah, let's all go there. We're all available. We know we've got the time tonight. We're not competing with other activities. Well, let's get this done, sort of thing. We were pretty close to that barrier floor anyway. Coming off of last night's successes, it, further motivated me tonight. But it was nice to get there and just make our way through. It was a 6th-floor climb. Nobody was lost tonight. There were some tougher fights, but nothing too bad. The biggest thing was reaching that barrier floor and going through that monad passage. Those were some tougher enemies. They were all dice-based enemies, which were kind of luck-based. Thankfully, it seemed like luck was on my side. And there were some close calls with some potential, one-hit kill attacks, but everybody stayed on their feet. Levels were gained. I think we're pretty close now to everyone's average. Doesn't mean I won't want to gain a few more maybe before we get to the full moon, but I'm not as behind as I was, which is nice. Found a new card for shuffle time. Completed a request for Elizabeth by reaching that barrier floor and bringing the old document down. Fused a few new persona. So it was a good time during the dark hour. I used every bit of the dark hour again like yesterday. Probably not quite as much beyond the hour as yesterday, but I don't think I ended early by any stretch either. But it felt really good to get to the end of that time and see that every minute of that hour felt really well used and well spent. Looking back, there's nothing I would change about tonight. We gained the levels we needed, found some equipment even, found some new gloves for Akihiko. Levels, persona, progress, made it to a barrier floor. Seeing the team work together too, I talked about that as we were climbing, and just knowing that this combination of people can work well together in this way. It just makes it that much more confidence building coming into the full moon, because I'm not sure what we're going to be facing or who's going to be available doing what. So just knowing how they all integrate and work together just makes me that much more capable come next Saturday. A lot of good things to look back on the day. I'm very happy with it, and hopefully that can continue tomorrow and going forward from there as well. But that does take us to the end of the 26th. It was a wonderful day, and I want to thank you so much for being here to share it with me. It really means a lot. My name is Tom Shima. I stream this Persona a Day series live every day at 12:30 Eastern Time. So if that sounds good to you, I would love to present it to you live. Since everybody's busy, I do upload each of my playthroughs to my YouTube channel. All the way back to day 1, you can watch as much or as little as you want at your convenience. Just get caught up in whatever time frame works best for you. It's that midpoint of the week now, so let's make it a good Wednesday. Hopefully we're seeing that progress, and it's setting us up for those future successes. Kind of like tonight, taking the time to go to Tartarus, setting us up for next week. Hopefully we're all making it through our week and getting the things done now so that it frees us up to really enjoy the fun that we're working towards come the latter half of the week. I'm going to keep my eyes open for that, and I hope you guys do as well. I've been Tom Shima. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope I can see you tomorrow as the Persona a Day series continues. And until our paths cross again, I hope you take care. Thank you very much, and goodbye.